this. It says that using the stated weapons grants a damage boost that corresponds to the star rating. Exceeding 6 stars will grant only a moderate damage boost. And it's showing Zeke, Qian Lang, and Pine Comet. And I'm going to go to the same level. And I want to use, I've got Pine Comet and I've got Zeke on. So I'm going to go to that same level. Why is it that when I go to the same level, the weapons change? Okay, so there's the bonuses. I had to go sneak next level to get the bonuses that I was looking for. Alright, cool, finally. Alright, so I guess I had to sneak to the next level. I don't know what that even means, if I'm being completely honest with you, but I'm going to use Zeke and finish this off right now. So the topic of this video, basically, I wanted to show you me playing the game, right? So I touched on this just a second ago, and I said, like, I left a poll on my community channel, our community tab, about what you would rather see for a content creator. Do you want to see the content creator do well at the game that you're watching them stream? Do you want to see them have fun at the game, even if they're not necessarily doing well? And I have some other topic, or opinions, right? I put options, and the one that got the most votes hands down was like the streamer enjoying himself and having fun. So I'm going to try to incorporate that into my streams this week. I don't really, it's not really dependent on me to like stream and get donations or whatever, because everything is fine now, so I can be a little bit more relaxed. Like, I think my last couple of streams that I did, and mostly every stream that I do, because I try to keep people in there, because I stream Fortnite, Tower Fantasy. I feel like I have a lot of discoverability with Fortnite, because there's always people coming in new, and they're like, hey, can I play? I always see a lot of new names whenever I stream Fortnite. Not so much when I do Tower Fantasy anymore these days, because Tower Fantasy is kind of dead. So I'm going to try to keep that in mind when I do stream. And I also want to keep that in mind when I do a video. I feel like if you're watching the video, I think I heard something the other day where it was like they were talking about, kids in watching. I know this isn't like a kids game or whatever like that. You guys probably are not kids. Most of you guys are probably adults. But it just seems like that people are, it said, the guy said more people have more fun watching people play the game rather than playing the game themselves. So how much of that is true for you? I know for me, I don't really care about watching them play the game unless I'm trying to get better at playing the game so I can see what they're doing. So I guess that's kind of why I don't understand the whole aspect of I just want to see the dude have fun, because I personally want to see what he's doing so I can sort of do the same thing and get better at the game. You know what I mean? Is that it? Okay. Zeke is such a cheat code in the BYGONE Phantasm when you have these levels like this. And one more thing I want to touch on as I'm doing this level. There was a comment that I read in the video that's doing really, really well. I just want to say I thank you guys again, and I'm going to upload like 2 videos, and this is probably going to be the second video that I upload today, because I want to sort of strike while the iron's hot with Tower Fantasy and my community. I want to keep you guys coming back. So do left a comment, and this might be sort of like, I don't know, like going against what I'm trying to do with this video specifically, attacking a viewer. And it's not really an attack, it's more like an observation, but people are probably going to see it like an attack, because I felt like he was attacking me in a sort of way. And maybe he wasn't, maybe he was just being honest and speaking his truth, right? So he told me that the reason why he stopped watching my content, in response to something I said in that video that's doing really well, he said, because I watched your live streams when they're not live, and he said all you do during your live streams is talk. That's why I stopped watching your live streams. And I'm just like, I mean, I don't have any context as to whether or not he's watching them as a video on demand. He's like, I want you to play the game. And it's just like, what really blows me, because I remember the guy when he came through. I mean, I've seen him in my live streams before. I've talked to him, I've addressed him, and I've tried to be as polite and as kind as possible to him. And this goes again to, you can't please everybody, but as a content creator, I want to try to please as many people as possible so I can gain these people as viewers or whatnot like that. Because how else do you gain a community rather than just being nice to people and being somebody that they can agree with and they can vibe with? So I try to be all things to all people. Something I learned from my Christianity days. So he was like, I don't watch your live streams because all you do is talk. And I'm like, buddy, like, what else am I supposed to do during a live stream? I played the game. Am I supposed to ignore the chat? I mean, if you've been to one of my live streams before, you know the vibes, right? You know what I do during those live streams. I sit there, I talk to the chat. Chat talks to me, I talk back, because that, to me, is what a live stream should be. The streamer interacting with the people that are supporting his broke ass. Like, I mean, it's not so much the same thing now as it was back then. I used to have this sort of thing against, you know, streamers or whatever like that who didn't talk to their audience. Usually if they didn't play with their audience, I usually had like a super huge problem with it, because most of these streamers back then a couple years ago, they weren't getting multi-million deal contracts. They were getting supported by the people who watched their content. And to like not even play the game with them, I thought was pretty crappy. And I'm not saying they had to play with everybody that watched them, but 1 or 2, 3 people have a time where you actually show that, hey, I'm not untouchable. I don't feel like I'm, you know, high above it. So that's why whenever I do a live stream, I try to play with people. I try to talk to as many people as possible, because that's what I would like to see whenever I do a live stream. So to that person who said that, Mr. Poontang or whatever your name is, yeah, man, that's just, it is what it is, bro. Like, I'm sorry that my live streams to you got kind of stale, but I was trying my best to like talk to my community and become somebody in the community for Tower Fantasy that they could just, you know, think of as like a cool dude, you know? So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that down in the comments. If you want to know what I used for this build, I'll show it to you really quick. This isn't really like a build video, so obviously since I have 2 fire weapons on, I'm using my fire set. So all of my weapons or armor, they basically just have fire stats on them, flame attack stats, I should say. So I'll show you what my flame attack stat is right now. Right now my flame attack is sitting at 20,934. I do have the booster shot. I did eat a food item prior to going into that BYGONE Phantasm, and I'll show you what that food is. And I'm sorry if this video is just way too long. Just let me know down in the comments if I need to like speed this up. So I ate this pure or whatever. I got it in Ignisville, I think, one of the shops over in Domain 9. So and then the weapons, and you can just, you know, chime in the comments in a very polite way. Let me know what you think about this weapon chips and what weapons you would use. So for my matrices, I've got 2-piece Zeke and 2-piece Shiro on Zeke. For my Fiona, I've got 2-piece Samir and 2-piece Shiro. And then on the Pine Comet, I've got 2-piece Faye C, which Faye C is sort of a new one. If you don't know what it says, I'll just read it to you really quickly. It says, after using any flame, weapon, skill, or discharge, increase all attack by 14% for 30 seconds. This set effect works in the offhand slot. Only the set with the highest star rating will take effect. And I always love these weapon chips that aren't specifically tied to the weapon, so I think that's a W there. And then also I'm using Huma, hitting targets with dodge skills and inflicts bleed, dealing damage equal to 15%. And you can see my Pine Comet, I don't have any constellations of Pine Comet. I've been trying to get constellations of Pine Comet, but it's been no bueno so far. I've kind of given up on pulling for Faye C because I'm just not really feeling the character like that, but I feel like if I had a higher constellation of Pine Comet, the Faye C would probably do a lot better. So I've been trying to pull on that. So probably when I get paid in a couple days, I'll be able to get Pine Comet to like advancement 3. I think that's where I kind of want to go. All right, so just let me know what you think about this in the comments. I would really love to hear your thoughts. And like I said in the previous video, this is sort of what I want the content to be. Me playing the game, me talking to you, you guys giving me your feedback in the comments, telling me about your day, stuff like that. All right, so I'll catch you next time. Peace out.